Squash here. Hope everybody's doing well. This is the Prelim Parlay Killer Forecast with odds value analysis. Starting off with Monster at Rendon at plus 195 versus Tamir's Vidal at negative 238. Vidal has great kicks, low kicks, and flying knees. She's also 9 years younger and has more experience than Monster at Rendon, who has yet to be tested at the UFC level. Furthermore, Vidal is a brown belt, where Rendon is a blue belt. Furthermore, Vidal has demonstrated an ability to take her opponents down. To conclude, Monster's striking is far from remarkable, and Vidal has a more diverse arsenal. Considering all of the above, the pick is Tamir's Vidal. Vidal implied odds are at negative 238. That's a 70.41 implied odds. Once again, this is high from odds perspective and not great value, but we are confident Vidal gets it done, we'll have Vidal on a small parlay. Next up, we got the Japanese Mizuki Inoue at negative 298 versus Hannah Goldie at plus 240. Goldie lost to McCann, who demonstrated very clearly this summer that she's not UFC level. Furthermore, Goldie's takedown defense in that fight was horrid. Mizuki is a black belt, a karate black belt, and a blue belt in BJJ. The only concern is that Mizuki had an ACL surgery in 2020. Despite that surgery, Mizuki is my pick. Her fast striking should be way too much for Goldie. I don't think that Goldie is UFC level. Pick is Mizuki. At negative 298, implied probability of about 75%. There's not great value here. However, I believe Mizuki will get it done. Next up, Muhammad Usman versus Jake Collier. Muhammad Usman at negative 162 versus Jake Collier at plus 136. Usman trains with Fortis MMA. He was able to get on top and defeat Junior Tafa, who is a good striker. On the other hand, Collier is on a 3-L streak and has looked far from impressive. The pick is Usman. At negative 162, the implied probability is 61.83%. I believe this is better value than Rendon and Inoue, and I will be taking a position on Usman. Next up, Jacob Malkoun, negative 485 versus Cody Brundage at plus 370. Malkoun has great striking and aggression. Brundage looked terrible on his back against Dumas, where he lost by decision. However, what's concerning here to me is the odds. Malkoun at negative 485 has an implied probability of 82.91%. Even though I think Malkoun will get it done, that is extremely high, and I would avoid Malkoun from a value perspective. Next up, we got Tim Means at plus 142 versus Andre Fiallo at negative 170. Means, at 39 years old, is 10 years older than Fiallo. That's a serious concern here, and I know most people will be taking Fiallo to fade Means for that reason. However, if you look at the tape, both fighters are on a 3-L streak, and Means has a lot more experience with the 14-12 record. At plus 142, the implied probability for Means is 41.32%. I believe he has about a 15% higher chance than that. Thus, from a betting perspective, there is good value on Tim Means. I predict that Means will upset the younger Fiallo and will pull off the victory. Next up, we have Dan Argueta at a negative 185 versus Miles Johns at plus 154. This will be another controversial prediction. I had Dan Argueta in his last fight where, due to a referee's early stoppage, he was robbed from a likely victory. I like Argueta. Despite that, I think this matchup is not good for him. Johns boasts a 92% takedown defense and has good striking. I think he should be a favorite against Argueta. Thus, at plus 154 with an implied probability of 40%, there is good value on Miles Johns, and I would urge you to be careful on Dan Argueta. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you appreciate this free content, please like and subscribe.